here at LSNA, we've been thinking a lot for the last 2 years on being a palenque. A palenque. What is a palenque? They're also known as quilombos in Brazil, maroon towns up here up north. And they were formed by Africans escaping slavery, right? Reclaiming freedom after being kidnapped and brought over here. And they were formed, these liberated territories were formed all over the Americas, and were often joined by indigenous peoples of the lands. Palenques were spaces for healing and wellness, for ritual fighting, for resistance, for strategizing on raiding the plantations, for abolition. Palenque, for us today at LSNA as a mostly Latinx organization, is that it is a remembrance that Latino folks, Latinas, Latine, Latinx folks are part of the African diaspora. That somewhere between 85 and 95% of Africans who were kidnapped from the continent were brought over to what we call Latin America today. So we are part of the African diaspora. And that in remembering that, we understand that Black and Brown life are inextricably intertwined and have been for almost 500 years. And that to act on this is a path towards our collective healing and systemic change here in Chicago. It's also a cultural celebration and remembering. It's places or movements for liberatory action and public policy for racial healing. And for a lot of our recent immigrant mamas, they remind us that palenques back home, they're places for a party, for celebration, for music, for ritual dancing and ritual fighting. And I think that's beautiful, right? That these spaces still in Latin America exist and often are no longer connected, right, to the realizing the resistance of people from the moment, right, that anyone was enslaved. And so we are reconnecting that, right, because it's so important in how we show up today. Palenque is infused throughout all of our work and is now being reflected through our new name, our mission statement, our tagline, our logo for our 60th year as LSNA. We are Palenque LSNA. We are Palenque LSNA, a catalyst for Black, Brown, Indigenous, and immigrant communities and allies to take care of one another and take strategic action for systemic change and a just, resilient, and joyful future. Thank you.